We have a full and unconditional pardon for former Governor Rod Blagojevich of the state of Illinois.
Good. It's my honor to do it. I've watched him. He was set up by a lot of bad people, some of the same people that I had to deal with. He wasn't quite as successful, but he had somebody that saw what was going on. I didn't know him other than I believe he was on The Apprentice for a little while. He was just a very nice person. He had a fantastic wife. She fought like hell to get him out. He was given a sentence of like 18 years, and it was a sort of a terrible injustice. They just were after him. They go after a lot of people. These are bad people on the other side. So I think he's just a very fine person. And this shouldn't have happened, and it shouldn't have happened to him. And let him have a normal life and let him go out and do what he has to do. So I'm signing this as a full pardon. Rod Blagojevich.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Black and White Politics. If you like the video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to help me out, all right? But I want to ask y'all a question real quick. Are your grocery prices cheaper yet? Are your egg prices gone down? Is your gas any cheaper? Now, I already know the answer to this, okay? I just want to keep you on your toes. If you answered yes, you a lie. The correct answer is nope, and they are not going to get cheaper. You know why? Because this man in charge, Trump, he's not focused on bringing your prices down. This man is slapping tariffs on everything. Our closest allies, Canada, Mexico, you know, people he just last time he was in office, renegotiated NAFTA to the USMCA, an agreement he did, and now he's saying it's not good enough. He's pretty much putting tariffs on stuff each and every week. He just slapped a 25% tariff on aluminum and steel from everywhere, pretty much. And instead of focusing on bringing these prices down, like he ran on every day, like clockwork, that snap that you couldn't hear, I know. But instead of focusing on those prices, he's too focused on letting criminals out of prison or pardoning them and expunging their record. You remember that January 6th video I made? Go watch that if you haven't. But he released over 1,500 criminals to Yo Street. Well, some have already gotten out, but he expunged their records. He made it seem like they did nothing wrong because they helped him out, because they bent the knee to him. They did things that would push his agenda forward. And now, he's letting more people go scot-free. So if you've been paying attention to politics for a while, let's say around Barack Obama's first election win in 2008, this may seem a little familiar to you, the name. Rod Blagojevich. I hope I don't say that one wrong, okay? Because that's a mouthful. But that's probably a somewhat familiar name if you've been in the politics game for a while. But if not, here's some information on this man that you should know. Rod Blagojevich, he was the governor of Illinois from 2003 to 2009, whom was also indicted on 24 criminal charges. A politician charged with indictments. Who else does that sound like? All of these charges. And two of these biggest charges had to do with, one, trying to sell Barack Obama's vacant Senate seat. And then he was also caught charges for trying to extort a CEO of a children's hospital, trying to get campaign donations from them. And then Blagojevich, he was sentenced to 14 years for these crimes. And he began serving his time out in 2012. But in 2020, Trump, I guess feeling bad for the politically motivated investigations, went ahead and commuted this man's sentence, meaning he reduced the sentence without expunging his record. So he pretty much still had all the guilt and legal penalties associated with it. But, you know, after Rod Blagojevich, once he got out, he started singing Trump's praises, calling himself a Trumpocrat and all this and that. I don't even know what that means, y'all, okay? Quite frankly, that sounds like some stuff, some newly discovered stuff, a Trumpocrat. Like, I don't even want to know what that truly means. But now, this week, Trump felt it inside of his heart, deep down, to go ahead and give this man a full pardon. which, removes all the guilt and legal penalties. And this isn't the only criminal politician that Trump wanted to help out this week. Watch this.
Meanwhile, the Department of Justice is ordering federal prosecutors to drop corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. The order from acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bovee would dismiss all charges against Mayor Adams without prejudice, meaning they could be refiled in the future. Adams was charged with one count of conspiracy to receive campaign contributions from foreign nationals and to commit wire fraud and bribery, 2 counts of soliciting campaign contributions from foreign nationals, and 1 count of soliciting and accepting a bribe. NBC reports in a memo, Bovee argued that the indictment of Adams in September came too close to this year's mayoral primary in June, and that it limited Adams' ability to aid President Donald Trump's crackdown on immigrants and to fight crime. Bovee, without citing specific evidence, also suggested the charges were politically motivated. It cannot be ignored that Mayor Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed, he wrote.
Don't y'all love it how these Republicans, look, I'll say it again. Don't you love how these Republicans always make these outlandish claims and yet they never have any evidence to back it up? They always be claiming stuff. They can never back it up. But Trump's Department of Justice is trying to drop these charges against Eric Adams. You want to know why? Because he's bending the knee. That's all you got to do, y'all. Bend the knee. But yeah, they're ordering the dismissal of these charges without prejudice. Meaning, I guess if Eric Adams stops bending the knee, or maybe if he loses, they might have to come back after this man and say, oh, see, you thought you were off the hook. But since you aren't playing ball anymore, you right back on that leash. And you know what's really sad? Like, sincerely sad? Mayor Adams, he retired as a police captain. And this is why you have to wonder why people don't trust the police. Right? He retired as a police captain. And he's still out here doing these illegal things, breaking the law left and right, not caring. It makes you think if someone has this higher up position, and they're supposed to be ones upholding our laws, and they're the ones doing the crimes, it should concern you. But it's fine. This is our new America. This is our new rule of law, okay? You either bend the knee or you not going free, okay? But all jokes aside, y'all, please, please, please be safe out there. Be easy. And until next time, peace.